Here's another quote by Buddha. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. That's a pretty strong statement. Remember, we're looking for ancient wisdom. And I mean, if it's good, it's good. But our response is Ephesians 4:26. In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you're still angry. So the wrath of man does not work the righteousness of God. And I'm going to reiterate another verse. Buddha says, what we think, we become. And of course, I had already used this verse. It's found in Proverbs 23, verse 7. For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Okay, Buddha says, it's better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do to yourself. Matthew 7:12 says, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. Okay, Buddha says, at the end of the way is freedom. Until then, patience. Well, he just preached the gospel because Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Buddha kept seeking the way, but Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and life, and no man can come to the Father except through me. So I agree with Buddha on this. In the end of the way is freedom, because in Jesus we find freedom. Until we find him, have patience. And Romans 8:25 says, if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. And Buddha says, pain is certain, but suffering is optional. And we say, suffering, anyway, I'm going to read this verse. Romans chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance produces character, and character hope. So, suffering for a Christian, Jesus said, in this world you will have tribulation, but we're not looking for suffering, we're looking for the victory of Jesus. In 1 Corinthians 10:13, it said, there's no temptation, test, or trial, except which is common to the human condition. But God is faithful in the midst of the suffering, in the midst of the temptation, test, or trial, to provide a way of escape. Now, those of us that are serving Jesus, when we face affliction or suffering or hardship, we are constantly looking to him for deliverance and the way of escape that he has promised us. So those were 10 sayings by Buddha. And if you're searching for peace, know this. Jesus doesn't ask you to empty yourself.